Hey, what's up, guys? This is the pilot episode of the Two Anchors podcast. I'm Jamie Breen.
I'm David Holshen-Thorne.
We are here to introduce this two-man podcast. And I am, most of you probably already have seen me active in the community. I'm a motivational speaker and author of the book called Keep It Rolling. And I also do community partnership and community engagement to help empower and instill self-confidence in people with disabilities, because I believe that everybody, regardless of ability or challenges or deficit, has the ability to reach their potential. And whatever challenge you face, it can be overcome with positivity and confidence. And I'm happy to be joined by my friend Dave over here. And I have done a lot of these videos solo before, and I'm very happy to have his perspective. We have been talking a lot about coming together and doing a project like this. Dave is somebody who has a similar mindset to mine, and he can introduce himself. So, Dave, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Jamie. And like you said, this is going to be my first time joining with Jamie, and hopefully with future projects that he has, that I'm going to be able to help out in any way he needs me to. And I hope you guys like our show today. I am 29 years old. I met Jamie in Canton Mass Hospital School. We did physical therapy together, and even though physical therapy isn't really supposed to be a competitive atmosphere, we made it competitive with each other, and I believe it made each of us a stronger and better person. And like I said, I'm a few years older than Jamie, so when he was freshman, sophomore in high school, I was a senior in high school, going into my freshman year of college at Eastern Nazarene, and because of that, overlap in time and the difference, unfortunately, we weren't, able to keep in touch as much as I would have liked to. But now that we are both out of school right now, and we are able to spend more time with each other to do videos like this and other projects.
Thanks for the introduction, Dave. We're very excited to be doing this together. This is something that we've been talking about for a while, and we will be talking about several different topics, mostly about just staying positive and being a positive role model for others in the community. Our challenges are something of the physical nature. We each have cerebral palsy, which affects our lower extremities for the most part, and for me it's on my right side. And Dave can explain a little bit more about his specific disability.
Yes, I have cerebral palsy as well, which also affects my lower extremities mostly. I can, walk with a walker, but I need someone very close by, and I need assistance in many different ways, and I know, it's tough at times because it might seem like I ask for help a lot, which I appreciate, and sometimes I don't want the help, but the help is needed. And I think that's a tough thing for quite a few people that are in Jamie in my situation because they want to be independent but just asking for help doesn't make you not independent. It makes it a little bit easier, and if people want to help you, let them help you, because I've seen unfortunate situations with people that turn away the help in a negative way, that they don't have many friends. So I appreciate all the help I've had over the years.
Yeah, and thanks for going a little bit more into depth about your situation. I know people appreciate the honesty, and that is something that, I think a lot of people should strive to do. The more that we can help each other by sharing our stories in an authentic way, without trying to sugarcoat it, because we all know that life has its challenges. I don't care who you are or which background you come from, whether you have a disability or not. The common thing between all people is that there is no life without adversity. And adversity does not discriminate, and it does not play favorites with people. And if you're sitting at home thinking that, I'm not in a wheelchair, I don't have a disability, and you're like, okay, well, I can't relate to you, just think about yourself in a human way. What are some things that are challenging for you? What are some things that make you think a little harder, or make you put in a little more effort? Or what are some things that make you think twice? I can say with the utmost certainty that we've had that problem. We're human too, and we have the same issues and desires and successes that everybody else has. And we're here to be a positive influence, resource, and role model for everybody. And it's great that we have the opportunity to do this together, because, like I said, we've been trying to do this for a while. And the reason, at least for me, and Dave can follow up on this, that we decided to call it the Two Anchors Podcast is because, the anchor is a symbol of stability and power and strength. And there's a lot of negative perceptions about people with disabilities. The word disability means somebody's inability to perform a function. But in our case, we like to highlight the fact that it can in fact be the exact opposite. There is something very powerful about disabilities, because I can't say for sure if I would have the same perspective if I wasn't disabled. I can't say for sure if I would have had the same experiences. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I would be friends with Dave if I wasn't in a chair.
And I agree with that statement.
And so, I'm very grateful, and I would never change my situation for the world, because it gives me great appreciation for the things I can do rather than the things I can't. And that's what I choose to focus on. And it's not a disability issue, it's a human issue. And in order to live a more positive lifestyle and have it be contagious to people, there are so many negative things going on in the world, and it kind of sucks our attention away from what we really should be focusing on. And so that's why, for me, that's why we call it the Two Anchors Podcast, because in our own minds, we have this positive energy that we can hold on to, that keeps us anchored and keeps us focused on doing the right things for ourselves, and then in turn being able to help others. And I was just sitting here thinking about like what could we call this, and I had started to come up with ideas for a book that what I was going to call The Anchor, but I'm all about the instant gratification, and I wanted to get this information out to you as quickly and as efficiently as possible, and so we decided to start the podcast. But if you're excited about the possibility of another book, and you enjoyed reading my book, Keep It Rolling, there will be another book coming out, but we wanted to come at you from a different medium, and I'm pretty sure that Dave can agree with my whole reasoning for wanting to call it The Two Anchors, but he could add a little bit more to that if he wants.
Yes.
What do you think, Dave?
I agree with Jamie, and we gotta stay positive. And the two anchors, like you hear people say, two heads are greater than one. And yes, we have the same disability, but Jamie and I have faced different challenges from each other. So me hearing his story and him listening to me when I tell him my story, which down in the future podcasts that we do together, you all will learn about our stories and individual challenges that we've both overcome. Some probably together, hopefully in the near future. I live my life in one strong saying that I've had for pretty much the majority of my 29 years on this lovely earth. Which is, if it's not difficult, it's not worth doing. And because if there is no, difficulty in our lives, I strongly believe that we will not become stronger people. Yet, and some of those challenges in our lives are negative, and you try to make them as a positive atmosphere as possible. And I know, through my own challenges of understanding, I've become a stronger person. And like I believe Jamie said earlier, like I know if I wasn't in a wheelchair and he was, or if he wasn't in a wheelchair and I only was, we probably would not have met. And that's also what I believe, like, because of my disability of cerebral palsy, I know my life, if I could walk on my own 2 feet without any assistance with anything, I know my life would be in ways better than it is today. But I would have never have met as many great and wonderful people and had the great experiences that I've had. Jamie, would you like to add anything more?
Yeah, we and I guess in to sum it up, there's a lot of negative things you can say about disability and struggling, but how you deal with challenges is going to say more about you than anything else in the world, because sometimes you look around and at one point you can be coasting right along, things are great, and then right in the last moment things can change. And I think having a disability always gives you that sense of perspective. And it's something that I'm very grateful for. And I'm just fortunate that I can be in a position to affect lives in a positive way.